principles of the Noelab. I'll explain to them like one at a time. The most important thing from my perspective is critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is your ability to like discern from like right and wrong, for what you deem as important and not important, to receive an information and question it. It basically gives you kind of like a compass of understanding, and to be able to just always ask the why and the how without just receiving something. The curiosity that allows you to be wiser and smarter, basically. It's very important in life, generally speaking. The second one, discipline. So this is the thing that you need before any possible motivation. Disciplines makes you do what you need to do above what you want to do.
Disiplininden şöyle bahsediyorsun, motivasyondan önce sahip olmanız gereken şeyin disiplin olduğundan bahsediyor. Bir şeyi yapmadan önce ne dedi? Size hazırlayan şey. Yani yapmadan.
And the more you do this, meaning that the more you do what you need to do, ironically, the more you can do what you want to do. Because all the things that you need to do that you push away, they're gonna come back and they're gonna metastasize. So they're gonna become way bigger. It's kind of like when you have a small little problem, like you have a rock in your shoe. If you let it go and you walk in the same shoe for 30 days with that rock, that little pebble is going to start to create calluses and maybe enter your skin, and it's going to become a bigger and bigger problem. You know what I mean? So the importance of discipline is to basically let your emotions aside and what you feel that you want to do, and focus on the thing that you need to do, so that it makes your future self's job easier. If I do everything that I need to do today, the me tomorrow doesn't have to do them. Do you understand what I mean? The less you do what you need to do, the more you put weight on your future self. So if you don't do the things that you need to do for 20 years, when you're 40, you have a lot of baggages because you have to carry the choices that you didn't make when it was easier to do so. Do you understand? Adaptability. Adaptability is basically the essence of evolution. Whatever cannot adapt dies. If I was a fish back in the days and I was swimming, and for some reason the water diminished and I kind of like needed to breathe, and I didn't turn into an amphibian like a frog or something, I'll die because I didn't adapt to evolve to my surrounding. If in 2 years' time there's COVID again, and you haven't adapted to like different ways of operating, of working, of potential system of making money and other things, you have the effect of the changing situation because you're not able to adapt. So adaptability is basically the importance of, in a sense, survival through the times and through changes, because it requires you to have a flexible mind. A flexible mind means that you're able to change and adapt yourself depending on the current situation that you're in or the current information that you have, and change your ways of doing things as long as it's not going against your values. If you can't adapt to, for example, there was like systems and businesses and way to do things 10 years ago that are not the same today. There is a generation just 20 years older than you guys, than me, that did not know how to type or use computing technology. Some of them did not adapt and cannot really operate in the new society. And that's what I mean by adaptability. It's like if you don't have a flexible mind to be able to move with the changes, and you stay stuck as being one thing that you think is the thing, you don't evolve and you fossilize. Kind of like, you know, when you go to the museum and you see the dinosaurs, they're fossils because they died. They did not adapt. And that's what you become if you don't evolve and grow with time.
Adapte olursam diyor, düşüncem çok.
Then we got resilience. Resilience is probably the most important principle that you gotta learn. Resilience is the ability to keep moving forwards no matter the hardship that you're receiving. You know, that's consistency and continuity. Even if the world is throwing rocks at you, your legs is broken, nobody wants you, you keep on going. And that is a necessary principle to learn through life, not in dance. And you guys, yesterday you had a special day because the remembrance of the earthquake before. Resilience. Even in case of like atrocities, to keep on living, you need resilience. So that's a skill that's very important, because if you have this as a human through life, dance is easy. It's some easy shit. It's not like, oh, I lost and I cry or I can't. No, because there's real life. This is just an aspect of art, but then we all have lives. And that's a skill that you gotta have in life. Do you understand? And that then translates to the rest of the things that you do, because what you think is super important in the scale of life becomes very small. You know, what you think of, okay, I have a performance and I'm really worried about it. In the scale of life is really small. Maybe, I don't know, touch wood, but your parent could be sick or have cancer. That's not the same scale. And still, if that's the case, you still got to be resilient, because you got to keep on living. Do you understand what I mean? So, it's looking at things from a perspective that is very neutral, and look at the thing for what they are. There's things that are very important in life, that are the part of the thing that you do daily, the people that you should love, the fact that you can breathe, right? Maybe one day you ain't gonna be able to breathe. Those are important. The rest is not important, right? So you gotta build resilience for those things, and that'll maximize everything else that you wanna do on the side. It's a little bit ironic. Based on like what community means, like my personality. I know a lot of people, but I have a very like small circle, and I don't really hang with a lot of people, because I'm a mix between introvert and introvert. And there's a lot of people, it's hard for me to like people too, so that's why. But community is tremendously important, because before everything else, we're humans first. Doesn't matter how good you dance don't mean shit. Doesn't matter how good I dance, it doesn't mean shit in life. The human that I am means something. The human that you are means something. And that's at the core of everything else that we do. We're doing these art things because we love it, but we're humans before being dancers. And why I said that community is important is because out of everything that I'm giving you, I want you to be better humans than you are dancers. Do you understand what I mean by this? Better humans that you are dancers. And that's why those skills and principles have nothing to do with dance and everything to do with life, right? Because if you are a decent, at least be a good human is difficult. Like good people are people that like, I don't know, like they have no money and they go and feed all the homeless. Like my mom is a good person. Good people, I just want you to be decent, like normal human being. Decent means that you're a nice person. Like being good is difficult. It's difficult. I'm decent. I can be good. My mom is good. She's an angel. To each his own. But it's the importance of this, because it's kind of like your humanity is at the center of everything else. All right? You can be a good artist and be a shit person, but you'll be a great artist by being a good human, because your art is basically what you have to say as a person. My experiences as a person, as a human, define what I say in my art. So if I have a lot of experiences as a human, I build wisdom, I am a decent human being or a good human being, my art will only be greater because I have more things to tell based on my lived experience and the places that it comes from, right? Also, community, why is community important? Is because learning is a cycle, like you've seen right now. If you get better, then you get better because they get better, then because you get better, she gets better, because everybody gets better, everybody gets better. It's like a shared part of like experience point. That's how it works. So like learning to work together as a unit also makes you better. Individuality is good, but there's a reason why there's power with numbers. There's a reason why. Like you could be good by yourself, but there's a reason why that if you multiply yourself by 5, 6, or 10 with a similar mindset, it amplifies you as a person. That's why us as human have created the human world. It's not because we have claws or we're strong like animals. It's because we share information. Through time, we've shared the history of humanity, and that's why you're smart. Not because you were born smart, but because there was parents, grandparents, people before you that wrote books and available knowledge so that you know that, oh, this is called a board, or that if there's fire and you put your hand, it's gonna burn you. Because people burn themselves before and they let other people know that you would burn yourself. So that's why the importance of community is important, because there's a true power into that. And I mean, we've built this with community. One person can do this. You need multiple people that work together towards an ideal to do that. So that's what you guys can do, also understanding the effect of community. Just be good humans, all right? Good luck.